Yeah, baby. Here we go. It's another episode, man. We back at it. Another episode of Rated G with Gary G. Garcia and Brian T. Licata. Once again, it's your boys. I am Gary G. Garcia, along with my brother and partner in misinformation, Brian T. Licata. And we are doing it, man, going live. Working without a net. You know, are we on YouTube this week?
Well, for now.
For now, I heard they pulled a bunch of. I got some notice saying they pulled a bunch of our stuff on the last one we did because of copyrights. Showing too much of the Olympics, man. You can't show nothing on those Olympics, dog. The Olympics don't want nothing shown, man. I wonder why. Could it be because it's demonic, and they don't want people seeing how demonic it is?
Yeah, I had to cut out that. I had to cut out the segment from that we watched of the opening ceremony. That was copyrighted, and so was the whole episode with Mark the Rat. Actually, that's when we talked about the boxing. It was with Mark, right or no?
Might have been. It might have been. I don't know, but you know what? As far as we know, we're on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
As far as we know, and big up to everyone listening on Rumble. We're on YouTube. Jasmine's here, so we're on YouTube. Jasmine, what's up, mommy? It's always good to see you drop in. You know, Brian, how you feeling, baby? You look good. The place looks nice too, man.
Yeah, well, so me and the wife, we worked a little bit last night after we both got done work. We cleared out the living room, as you can see over here.
All right.
And then we cleared out the kitchen.
All right.
Over here.
It looks nice.
So it's
got a nice color. Am I bugging, Jasmine, or does this house have like a nice color to it today?
It does, and that's because I have natural sunlight right now coming through the window. I don't have anything, and it's not a direct sunlight. It's kind of going the other way.
That's
so
nice.
I
can see it gleaming off your forehead.
Yes, yeah. That's I put a little Vaseline on before the show.
Did you? That's believable.
Yeah, I like Vaseline because that's the one I know is made from baby foreskin.
I thought it's because it makes it smoother when you're sticking your head up somebody's ass.
Well,
slides in easier.
Yeah, but that's off-label use. Then I got the tree. I think we got we got some warm colors. We got the green. We got the browns. Thank you.
The tree I think adds the flavor. I think that's what's doing it.
Did I tell you the story?
I'm gonna have to move around. I'm gonna have to get a different background.
Did I tell you the story about this tree over here?
Does it have a story? No.
There was a flyer in the elevator that said they were trying to sell this tree for $50 because they were moving. And I was like, yeah, nobody's going to buy that. And those people are going to leave it downstairs. And then I'm going to take it and bring it upstairs.
And that's what happened.
Let's go.
One man's trash is another man's treasure, man.
Yep.
You know, that's like the time I woke up and I had a big, huge picture in my living room and I don't even know where I got it from. I gave it to my boy. It still hangs in his living room. It's a beautiful picture. I have no idea where I got it from.
What is it a picture of? Do you remember?
It's like 4 Joshua trees in different colors. Like, it's 4 things.
Different seasons?
I guess. Yeah. It's like yellow, orange, red, and probably green.
Green or blue?
Yeah, something like that. But, it's a cool picture. I just don't know how I got it. I came home drunk one night. I went to bed in my living room and I woke up and I was so happy because I remembered falling asleep. And I was like, oh, man, I remember last night, because every other night before that was a wash. I couldn't remember anything. And then I remembered.
You're drinking a lot at this point?
I was going through my divorce. Yeah. So I was drinking a lot. I was drinking every night, man, getting wasted, going to work, throwing up in the garbage cans.
Oh, dude, not a good.
Yeah, man.
That's not fun.
I was wasted. So I woke up one day and I was happy because I remembered coming home. I remembered falling asleep. And then I go leave my house and leaning up against my door is this big picture. It made me stop short. I was like, who the fuck's in my house? I thought there was someone in my house, yo. I was bugging out. I was like, who put this in my house? I couldn't remember. I still don't remember to this day how I got the picture, but big up to Leo. He still got it.
Leo, shout out to Leo.
It's a nice picture. At the time, I also lived in an attic apartment, so there was no place to put it. It was too big.
Yeah, or it would with the wall slanted, so you'd have to the picture would either hang down or you would have to tape it up to the wall.
I liked the slanted ceilings. I felt like they had character. You know, it added a nice little character to the apartment. Or the slants.
It's hard for me to walk
short,
around.
So I was able to walk underneath all of them.
Yeah,
For
doesn't
you,
work for me.
yes, it would have
Yeah,
been a bitch.
yeah.
You would have to stand in certain parts of the apartment.
The middle,
Yeah,
the
the living room.
tall, yeah, the tallest point.
Yeah, no, one time I came home so drunk, I was on my drive home, and I did the Irish
Were you on
goodbye
the
to Mark.
drive? Were you on the drive home or driving home?
No, I was on the drive home because what
Okay,
happened
nice.
was I was with Mark. It was during that time, during the I call it the lost weekend. Um, and I got so wasted with Mark. We were sitting there just down and fucking. I forgot what we were drinking. Can't
Whiskey
even
or
remember. It was like whiskey, probably something like that.
Mhm.
And then after like 2 hours, we decided to stand up. I didn't stand up for the whole time I was there. And once I stood up, that shit hit me. We both went out to smoke a cigarette, and I walked right outside into a cab. Mark took out a cigarette, looked at me. He was like, as I drove away, like, where the fuck are you going? And I was like,
home, dude?
I'm done. So I drive all the way. I get a block from my house, and I start coughing. And I feel all right. I'm driving the whole way home. I feel fine. You know, like I know I'm wasted, but I'm like, you're wasted, dude. Get home, lay down, sleep this off. And I start coughing, and then I just went.
That's how it always gets me too, bro. It goes into the
and I
cheeks,
threw up.
yeah.
And then I went, and I just and I spit on the side. That dude hit the brakes so quick. He said, "My friend, did you just throw up in my car?" And I said, yeah. "I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. I threw up a little bit in your car." And he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, listen, relax. I said, we're 1 block from my house. I don't know why I threw up. I don't feel sick. Just go 1 more block. I'll give you the money to clean it. He's like, "You're gonna give me the money?" I said, "Yeah." So he pulls up to the front of my house, 1 more block. I give him the money. And then I start to walk upstairs to my house. And I'm walking up the steps because my house was it was a attic. So
right.
it was like
you had to pull the thing down, and then the metal stairs came down and you climbed up.
Are you done? I walked up.
Or was it one of the ones the way it was thing and then take a ladder and then climb it?
No. That's not the way it was at all. If you let me tell you, I'll tell you. I had to open up the main door. And then when I went to the main door, it was a short hallway with my neighbor, right? And then my door. And when I went into my door, it was steps that went up in a circle. And then I went into my apartment. So I had a door on the bottom. It was very dope. The door was on the bottom, but I had to go up a flight of stairs to get into the house. You know, so it was like my foyer was down there where I hung my jackets and shit like that, right?
The foyer,
whatever you want to call it. So I come up to the top steps and shit. Yo, what up, Rico Podcast? What's going on, baby? I get to the top of the steps, and the whole time I'm going up the steps, I'm thinking to myself, I can't believe I threw up in the cab. Like that's on my mind because I'm like, I wasn't sick. And then just when my foot touched the very top into my kitchen because it was open like the way yours is. I can't believe and just started puking everywhere, dog.
Violently,
dude, projectile everywhere. I mean, it was going. I couldn't believe it. Now I'm trying to keep it in. It's splashing through my hands. I go to run into the bathroom, which is right in front of me. You know, because when you walk up, it's like the kitchen and the bathroom's right there. I run into the bathroom. Before I open the door, I throw up all over the door. Blah. Then I open the door. I run in. I go to pick up the toilet seat, but the whole shit pops off. The whole fucking toilet seat pops off. That's how like frantic I was. And then I just looked at it and threw it over my shoulders, and I heard it crashing behind me. I just heard it breaking into pieces. Just the whole. I threw it behind me. Threw up. The rest I had to throw up, and then I stood up, and I was like, "Where the fuck did that come from?" Like I felt totally fine after I threw up. I was like, "Where did that come from?"
You probably just
not all the time, not on edibles.
Well, no. But when you drink specifically, like I remember drinking empty stomach and then just putting down liquor, right? And then putting a little water down somewhere in there, preferably towards the end. And then all of a sudden you just hurl and then it all comes out, dude, because it's not even digested.
It was all in there. The alcohol that I had in there probably for the week. Yeah. Because then after I stood up and I felt better, right? I turned not alcohol related, Timor. What's up, Timor? After I threw up, I felt like I was bugging that I threw up that much. I was like, I know I'm fucked up, but what made me throw up? I wasn't feeling nauseous at all. Wasn't dizzy. But then I turned around, dude, and when I tell you, Just picture that whole area behind you covered in puke. And I looked at that and I went, I'll get this in the morning.
Ah, dude, what a terrible way to wake up, bro.
Dude, first of all, I went to sleep like a baby, right?
Well,
just knocked out. I woke up, I forgot all about it. It was one of those things I forgot. I get up, I go to walk into the next room, and I'm like, it looked like I came home. It looked like I came home. And right when I got to the top of the steps, somebody attacked me violently and started slicing my throat. And it was just like, it just looked like it was puke, but it was all red because I was drinking nothing but whiskey. So it was like reddish, like a dark red.
Oh, yeah.
And I tell you, it was
there's probably a little blood in the puke too, dude.
Probably.
You know, when you puke that hard, dude, like some other shit be coming out.
I tell you, it was like a comedy because it was just projectile. It was everywhere. It was on the ceiling. It was on the slanted ceilings. It was all over the door. My toilet seat was broken in like 12 pieces. It was everywhere. It looked like it looked like they attacked me at the steps, and I put up the best fight of my life as they dragged me into the bathroom to finish it off. That's what it looked like.
Disgusting.
It took me all day to clean it. All day. It was dry. I was using Brillos and shit. Jasmine says that happened to me on the subway on the way to work. I coughed and puked Gatorade all over the train. On the train is the worst, man. On the train is the worst. I've had some bad experiences on the train. I woke up one time.
It's the worst place to be sick, though.
I wouldn't know. 100%. I don't go on boats. I don't go.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. You don't want to have a stomach thing going on a boat, dude.
Timor says my bro's wedding party. Ladies pouring vodka down my throat. 2 seconds. It was everywhere in a Vegas club. Yo, I'm telling you, man, I could not I couldn't even understand. Because I knew I was wasted, you know, like right when I stood up, I'm like, I'm wasted. Let me just go home. I did the Irish goodbye, jumped in the cab, fucking came home, and that was it, man. All hell broke loose. And then I had one night I was driving home. I was going home on the subway, and 2 times on the subway. I actually had 3 subway experiences. The first one was I got on the subway.
What about your first? Yeah, that's what I want to hear.
I got on the subway on Broadway, right? And then I woke up at the stop I got on. So that meant I went all the way into Brooklyn, hit the last stop, stayed in that last stop because they stayed there for a minute, rode all the way back to the last stop on Ditmarts, and then I woke up 5 stops going back toward Brooklyn. And then I said, fuck this, I'm going to fall asleep again. So I just jumped off the train and took a cab. Then one time I woke up in Jamaica where they park the trains. And I opened my eyes, and every single section is filled with people sleeping on it. And I went, okay, now I'm a bum.
Yeah.
When you wake up with bums, it doesn't matter that you have a house to go to. You are officially a bum. And I said, I'm a bum. I'm a bum. I got to get my life together. I just woke up with a bunch of homeless people on the subway. What if someone I knew would have seen me fucking sleeping on the subway with a bunch of bums? This is what happens when you drink, people. And then one time I fell asleep.
Dude, you're talking about like at the train yard. You ended at the train yard, and
the train yard,
and all the homeless people were sleeping on the trains.
On the trains, dude. They just pull them in. They don't give a fuck.
We should do a podcast out there, bro.
It was scary because I had to get off that bitch and go jump into a cab by myself. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't like big areas, especially a train fucking yard. Shit was crazy. There was like 9 trains there pulled in. It was still like, it looked like it pulled out into the tunnel, but it was a weird thing. Never been there before. Never been there again. And then got to get a train yard bit in the show. Nah, I don't think it needs that. Yo, and then one time I fell asleep and I'm dreaming. And there's a chick next to me, right? Didn't know there was a chick next to me. I'm just dead asleep. And then like 2 stops before my stop, I pop up, I wake up, and I just grab her book. And I'm just like, what are you reading? And I yank her book out of her hand. And then I'm like, and I look at it, and I'm like, oh, yo, I'm sorry. I don't even know what made me do that. And I give her back the book.
You were the crazy guy in the subway.
She's looking at me shocked, dog. And I'm like, what are you reading? And I'm like, let me see this. And then I look and I go, I'm so sorry. I don't know.
I never heard these stories about you. I didn't know you were.
I don't know. I said, I don't know what just happened. I said, I don't even know what just happened. I said, I was dreaming. I apologize. She didn't say a word. She just looked at me shocked. I said, don't worry, I'm getting off at the next stop. I didn't even know what stop it was. I said, I'm just getting off at the next stop. And then I got off, and as the doors were closing, I'm like, well, at least we both got a story to tell. Mine's a little different than yours. Yours is going to be like you were sitting next to some deranged fucking lunatic sleeping, and then he just popped up and grabbed my book.
What was she reading?
I don't even know.
Moby
it was
Dick.
A big book. It was a big book.
Yeah, Moby Dick.
I bugged out. I was like, why'd I grab her book? Like, what made? And I was like, what are you reading? I must have been somewhat awake because I knew she was reading. Must have felt like a dream. I don't even know, man.
Sounds like a nightmare for her.
Yeah, I used to ride my bike home in that like that, dude. From Astoria to Jackson Heights.
Like drunk,
dog.
It's a long bike ride. A couple miles,
yeah,
right?
Man. Yeah. It's a long ride. It's at least a 20-30 minute ride by car. You know, with no traffic.
About this. Oh, okay. No traffic.
And I would go through like the park and shit, Flushing Meadow Park, because you had to know your way to get over without going on the highway, man.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
I used
right,
to
right.
fucked up, fucked up. You know, but I had early. It's crazy because most of those nights were early nights. Most of those nights I'd be heading home and everyone would be leaving to go to go out, and I'd be done. Demo says, who knew G was a bum and a lunatic? Whole new side exposed. I guess.
Dude, I didn't know about this.
Other than the bum part,
there's a couple bum things in there, dude. Hold on a second. So we got riding your bike from Astoria to Jackson Heights. Right?
That's kind of cracky, right? That's like that crackhead dude that used to be in my building.
It's drunk too because, like, you don't have a car, and the only guys.
Well, I never had a car until I moved out here. I didn't need one. I was in New York, and I used to ride dope on that bike, dog. Like I used to like it. I put on my headphones and just whip through traffic, and yeah, I was a nut on that shit, dude. I rode with reckless abandonment. Like everything else I do, Yeah, crazy.
Hey, alcohol will do that shit to you.
Crazy. Going through mad boroughs. I would go through Elmhurst, Woodside, Corona. I went through mad neighborhoods on that bike just to get to one spot. I'm glad you think that's funny, Jasmine. I'm not a good father. I say it all the time. I'm not a good role model. Yeah, man, hey. But those were rough nights, man. Rough nights.
Where would you guys be drinking at?
I used to go to this.
Or you go to the bar?
I would go during the week. I would go to a bar called Marianella's. That's the bar that closed that time, and I wound up with some chick taking a shit in my closet. And then on the weekends, I would go to Mark's. He would make some dinner, and I would mix some drinks with whatever drinks he had. I go online, and I would find like a crazy kind of drink, and we'd mix a drink, and we'd have those drinks, and we would eat, man. He took care of me when I was going through it, man. Gay. Yeah, right. If having a true friend is gay now. Jasmine says you're the best. Thank you, mommy. You're a little biased, but I'll take it.
Pew, pew,
I'll take
pew,
it.
Pew,
I sense a little jealousy there, dog. I would do the same for you, man.
No, that actually sounds like a lot of fun.
No, it was, man. It was. That's when
sounds like a lot of fun.
I used to post up Ed the Egg. We had an egg that was a timer, and we named him Ed. So whenever he would make the meal, I'd take the picture of the meal and the drinks that we made, and then I would put Ed somewhere in the picture, like hidden, and you had to find him. And it was called Ed the Egg for a while because I wasn't doing comedy back then. I just had an Instagram, so it gave me something to do. You know? So the Ed the Egg shit was the shit I would do. I miss that.
Are those still on your Instagram?
Yeah,
from way back in the day. Damn,
yeah. Way on the bottom, dude. Way I post too much. I got thousands of posts up there, man. Yeah. And none of them are really, I got a couple of clips, but most of them are just me with fans or, back in the day chilling.
Nothing wrong with that.
Now I just use it strictly for comedy. So,
yeah.
How
were your shows last night?
Shows last night.
The
show last night. Show last night was good. It was a good show. It was me, Ray, and Buddha. And it was good. The crowd liked it.
Booter.
At least judging by the tips, the crowd really enjoyed themselves.
That's good.
You know, I went to go look at a new ride today.
Oh,
but well, because I went to go fix my rim on my car because I hit a pothole.
Right.
And I was getting that fixed. And every time I go now, I already had the car a year and a half. So they always try to get me into a new car. You know, but they didn't offer me a deal. They wanted me to pay $100 more than what I'm paying now. You know, basically for the same ride, just a 2025.
No.
Which I ain't gonna lie. I told them, you know, I'm not willing to pay 100 more. If they would have dropped that to like 50 more, 40 more, then I probably would have grabbed it because it was to say it's my same exact car, which I love. Only my car has 70,000 miles on it. So that would have had 0 miles, you know. Yep. I just retint the windows, repaint the nails, and it also has the blind spot on the side view mirrors that I want.
The indicator, or is it a camera? The indicator?
Yeah.
The indicator is nice.
Dope. But the one I was really looking at was the sport touring.
Ooh.
It's also a hybrid, but I didn't like the hybrid shit about it. But he's like, dude, you save so much in gas. But I'm like, I don't know about a hybrid.
Dude, the hybrid is much better than electric because you just
charges off
gas,
itself.
bro.
Yeah, charges.
You're not charging, you're just buying gas, but way less.
Yeah, but doesn't the hybrid part of it, there is a battery to it.
There is, but you don't plug it in though.
You don't plug it in. It charges while you're driving.
Yes.
Yep. So I was looking at that mainly
because it's really good for
Bose. It had the Bose system. It had the sunroof.
Comfy ass seats. It had leather seats.
Leather seats. It had the charger where you just put your phone down, so I don't have to have the cord.
Ooh. It was $100 a month.
No, they wanted an extra $200 for that one.
Yeah,
I was like, it's not gonna happen. I said, listen, dude, I don't need. The dude was like pressing me. He's like, well, then what you should do is buy your car off. I said, dude, I still got a year on the lease, man. Go fuck yourself. Because I'm over the miles. I'm at 70,000. The miles is 30 for the lease. And that's only a year and a half. So, you know, by the time I bring it back to them in another year and a half, August will be 2 years. By the time I bring it back to them, I'll be close to like 100,000 miles on that bitch. At that point, I keep it. I don't care.
Yeah. Why not, right?
Yeah, but what do I care? I love my car. She's sexy. You know, I was looking at the Accord, but the Accord's just bigger. Oh, yeah, there you go. There's one of the eggs.
June 23rd, 2013, 11 years ago.
Yeah. 11-13, man. I wasn't doing much. Oh, that shit, that high wine shit. Woo, man, that's like 89% proof or something.
Jeez, dude.
Yeah, we were doing a lot of cooking. Mark's like a little chef. So,
yes,
yeah.
Oh, is this the bike?
That's the bike, dude. I still got that.
Wow.
GT, baby.
Uh-oh.
GT. I forgot what that was.
Had a blast till cops shut us down. Party killer.
Yeah.
4th of July?
Yeah, I don't remember where I was.
Yeah, this is July 5th.
I don't remember where I was.
4th of July in the same.
I don't know where we were. Oh, I know where we were. We were at the bar.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
We were licking
Fat Cats? It says Fat Cats. Oh, right.
Two that day because I always get mad lollipops when I do it. Yeah, I was getting that tattoo right there. Beans is the one who did that. See, I used to always throw them around, hook up little shots. You know, I made drinks out of that. That's my daughter.
Hey, double espresso.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, man, even if I didn't do comedy, man, you know, King Handles, what's up, baby?
Pew, 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 pew.
Even if I didn't do comedy, I'd still be that dude. You know, I'd still be that dude licking off fireworks, getting into the clubs in front of the line, fucking knowing everybody, what I do, and living that good life. You know, comedy is not the coolest shit I've ever done, but it is very cool. You know, it's the
cool.
Easy. I might say easiest.
I think it's the most natural for you.
It's the most natural, the most right.
Yeah, most natural. Yeah,
you know,
most
natural. Says.
I mean, dude, honestly, I think if you consider this some sort of an art form, what we do here, I think this is number 2 most natural for you, dude. This and like this kind of radio, like you're perfect.
I guess you could say I like radio, right?
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. I mean, it's like internet radio. I mean, this is. I mean, obviously,
my
much
daughter,
less.
Timor, fucking King Handles. They always show up, man. Timor says Gary reminds me of the subway ghost in the movie Ghost, or the train man in the Matrix. Oh, what? You mean the subway ghost that was all mean and angry and shit? This is my train. Yeah, there you go. Timor said that raspy voice. This is my train. Yo, man. Listen. I don't know, man. I feel like I don't appreciate every day, but I do love my life. I'm like anybody else, I guess. Sometimes it catches up to you. But even back then, like all those pictures, man, you just stirred up like mad memories, man. We were having good food. You know what I'm saying? Cliffy, what's up? Buy your car from Major World. They hooked me up. Nah, man, I'm staying with my Honda dealer. I picked up my last couple from them. I used to go to Major World. I went there for my first car, which was Ford Taurus with a six CD changer.
Ooh, in the trunk? Was it in the trunk?
Nah, it was in the arm, dude.
The arm,
man.
The trunk ones were so stupid. That was like, dude, what?
You had to get out and fucking. Yeah. Nah, this one is funny too, because this one they didn't have on the lot. I went through that whole Major World. If you in Queens, I'm not gonna lie, you're looking for a used car, Major World's the spot, man. They got mad cars. The place is huge. It takes up mad blocks, right? But I didn't find nothing. I went looking through the whole shit, didn't find nothing. And then the dude, because I had originally picked the car. I don't remember what I originally picked, but as I was driving away, yo, what up, C-Roll? We were just talking about Ed the Egg, dude. We were just putting up some old pictures of Ed the Egg, But yo, I went and I got a car. I forgot what it was. And as I was driving away, the horn didn't work because the car ran the light, and I went to go hit the horn, didn't work. So I bring it back, and then it winds up they don't even got the title for it, So then they're like, "Don't worry."
That's why they're giving you a hookup, because they're stolen cars.
Yeah, dude. I looked through that whole lot, didn't find nothing, and I was like, "Nah, man, just forget about the sale. I don't see nothing." They were like, "Wait a minute, we got a garage," and they brought me to the garage where they had the cars that they didn't put out there yet. And I saw that, and I said, "I like this one," and they gave me a good deal. They didn't know it had a 6 CD changer in there at the time, which I'm sure would have changed the price. But it was a dope ride. It would have. I never gave me a problem.
What year was that?
It had to be like a 95, maybe 96, something like that.
95 Taurus?
Yeah, I mean, maybe 98. I don't know. Could have been 2000. It's hard to say. Nah, it was like a 2000, probably. It was more of the newer looking ones. Yeah, like that 2005 right there. That's what it looked like. On the right, the black Taurus SC.
The black, this one?
Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like, if I remember correctly. But it had the tinted windows. It was dope.
Yeah.
It was dope. But Mark, what was your first car, Mark? I remember he had the red car, the red Volkswagen. We used to always get fucking pulled over in that shit. It was so loud, ridiculous.
Was it like what was it, a stereo system, or was it the engine that made it loud?
The engine.
Oh,
if he had that car nowadays, it would go.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Because that's new. They didn't always have the cars with shooting the farts. Car farts wasn't a thing when I was growing up. It was just like
right. Yeah, the real engine.
Yeah, he took off the shit that makes the sound go lower, whatever that shit is called.
There's a
Mirage.
Did it have a turbo on it?
A Mirage. What's a Mirage?
I guess that was his car. It was a Mitsubishi Mirage. Yeah. What year, Zero?
I don't fuck with Mitsubishi, man. Don't really fuck with them too much, man.
Well, they make a lot of different stuff.
I used to like Toyota Camrys, but I just feel like nowadays they're trying too hard. It's like too nice. It's like, come on, dude, you're a Camry. You're not a Corvette.
You ever see the racing ones that they have? Like,
it's the same thing with Camrys? The Kias. The Kias are nice cars. I'm not gonna lie, but they're too nice. Like, it's like they look too ill. I'm like, you're a Kia, dog. You're not a fucking.
Well, when they move,
you're not an Alfa Romeo. You're a fucking Kia 91. 91, man. I don't think I ever seen that car.
Oh yeah, this thing's sick, dude.
I don't think I ever seen
super sick, bro.
Let me see.
Did you have it with the hatch, Mark, or did you have?
Oh, he probably had. He probably had.
Oh, this is a Japanese one. Yeah, the Japanese. Yeah, no, this is probably the American one. The Japanese ones were fucking way cooler. They always had cooler. They kept the cooler body styles in Japan. I had a 1988 Chevy Celebrity Brown. Yeah, this is it. Dude.
Gross. That looks almost like your car now.
Yeah. Look at that. Yes, dude.
I was looking at a new ride today, Mark. I almost jumped into a touring hybrid, but I said nah. I didn't need it. I didn't need the stress. You know, I'll wait another year. Hopefully the club will be doing better. You know, I could have seen myself going up $100, over $100 for a new car when I owe money.
Yeah, why?
It's one thing if it's like $40 more. On the payment, I sit there and go, yeah, listen, I traded it in and gave me $40 more on the payment. No big deal. But to drive around a car that's fucking like $15,000 more than the other car was, it's crazy. Ain't going to do it.
Nope.
Ain't going to be able to do it. And no love lost because I came with my car. I love my car. And I got the rim hooked up. It looks nice. It's all smooth again. My rim's got no nicks on, none whatsoever.
Oh, you got them all cleaned?
Nah, I get them. If I even hit a curb, if I even touch a curb, I bring it in and I get it fixed. It's covered.
Oh, bet. That's cool.
Yeah, and my shit was like scraped. Like
I seen it. Yeah, I seen it.
I was drunk. I didn't think I was drunk, but apparently I was because on the U-turn I came too close to the curb. Allegedly. Allegedly. It went and it was one of those where I was dug in, like I had to scrape it more to get out, no matter which direction I went.
Yeah. Not cool. And then you had that you had a car accident happen into your car, right? Like a light pole fell on it, or was it another car hit it?
No, a car hit it. It was a car accident. A car hit it while it was parked. Moved it into the middle of the street, them fuckers. But listen, fun. They left me a note. They didn't. The police did. So it was covered. So fuck them. So no big deal. No engine damage. It was just damage to the body. Although it was fucking up because it rained and that fucked up my electrical and my shit was just, I had to take off the battery because it wouldn't stop raining.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that shit sucked.
It's annoying, dude.
Yeah, very.
Having a car is great though. So I'm off the
has
bike.
its pros and cons, man.
I'm not riding a bike anymore.
I mean, I haven't. Last time I rode my bike was during COVID.
Yeah. Nobody on the road.
Any of our peoples out there, bike riders? Anyone out there riding? I mean, you rode a bike to work the other day.
Yeah, well, it's still chained up where it crashed at the scene of the crime.
I got my bike, but it ain't got no air in the tires. It stays in my parking spot, chained up. It's just got memories. I don't want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I saw it online. It's selling for like 6 G's online. 6 to 8 G's online. It's a nice bike. I think I paid $600 for it when I got it.
Why is it so expensive?
But not really $600 because I paid for it with weed.
Oh, nice.
So 600 street value of weed. So it probably cost me like maybe $4.
Yeah.
Because back in those days, those mountain bikes were expensive. My boy, Mark, you remember Ozzy's bike? That shit was like $1,000, dude. He built it himself. Every piece that was on it, he fucking bought like the best of. You're Italian. The best. There's the best of it.
There's a kid in my neighborhood who did that. He named his bike Bentley. And
I once took
Bentley.
a pill. I don't know if you remember this, Mark. Remember that dude that used to make us pills over at 126? And
make them?
He would make them. Like you'd tell him what you wanted to feel like, and he'd come back with a pill for you, And I took this big, like it was a horse pill, because I didn't like to drink, but I like the feeling of being drunk. So I told him I want to feel like I'm drunk, And I took that pill.
That's a roofie, bro. That's GHB.
And it was like a horse tranquilizer. Yeah, dude, I went to the Wiz. Remember the Wiz? Nobody beats the Wiz. I was there with Pete the Greek and Jamie, the kid who used to sell weed back in the day. Is Jamie still alive? I'm asking Mark if he's still on. But I was with Jamie and them, and they're like, how's the pill? And I'm like, yo, this shit is fire. I'm like, I feel like I'm drunk like a mother. Y'all gotta try this shit. And then all I remember is waking up. And I didn't even know, like, I didn't even think about what happened that night until my mother called me and I noticed she had an attitude. And I was like, what the fuck is this woman's problem, man? I just woke up. Like, why is she giving me a problem? You know, and then someone else called me and they had an attitude. And then Ozzy called me because I borrowed his bike, that $1,000 bike. And then I ran into, apparently, I ran into Jamie and Pete the Greek while I was riding his bike. And they were like, yo, we're going to the Wiz. And I was like, oh, I'll go. And I just left his bike in the middle of the street and jumped in the car. I don't remember that, but that's apparently what happened.
Did he ever get the bike back? No. Bike was gone.
No, he got the bike back. He got the bike back. You know, neighborhood kid. He got the bike back, but he was pissed like a motherfucker. I just left it in the middle of the street. You know,
it's not really.
We're talking like it had to be like 88, 80, 89. So $1,000 bike back then was, you know, that was crazy, yo. Hijacker now. What's Hijacker? Is that the name of the roads less traveled? Hey, that's the name of my second album. If you guys ever want to check out some of the music I've done, man, it's on
Spotify.
It's on SoundCloud and YouTube. You can find it. True to Life was the name of the band, and the name of the album was called The Road Less Traveled. It's when I was doing Christian hip hop, for lack of a better word of what to call it. It wasn't necessarily Christian hip hop. The Christian people didn't call it Christian hip hop. And then the secular people were like, that's a little too Christian. Now I guess I would be like that white dude with all the tats.
MGK.
No.
Macklemore.
All right, you keep going.
Is it NF?
I don't know his name. Ghost, I think, or some shit like that.
Mac Miller.
No, he's some YouTuber dude. He's not signed to a major label. Doesn't want to be signed to a major label.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
You know who he is, man.
Ghost?
Big white dude. I think his name is Ghost. Look it up. I think that's his name. It's a white dude.
Is he a Christian rapper or what?
Not really, but like, you know, positive for sure. Talks a lot of political shit. You know, I can't remember his name, but he's good. But he's not going, he doesn't want to sign with a major. Supposedly he did like over a couple of million sales without it. So nothing coming up.
Well, I'm just, you know, there's a bunch of different rappers that won't sign to a label. So I'm just trying to find
I don't know, go 2000, put in this year. You know, gotta learn your way around, baby. Listen to all that typing going on. It sounds like you're hard at work. Sounds like you're hard at work. White dude.
What? Yeah.
I think his name is Ghost. It might not be. I could be completely wrong. You know. But I mean, the dude's good. He's like on Instagram and all that shit.
Jelly Roll?
Jelly Roll. I like Jelly Roll though.
Yeah.
I like him.
I got nobody named Ghost.
All right, so maybe I'm wrong. What could I tell you? You know my brain cells don't fucking work the way it should, man.
Yeah, here you
I
go.
don't remember things.
Post Malone?
No, it's not Post.
MGK.
No, he's not one of those. 13 more. Go to the 13 more.
G-Eazy?
No. He doesn't look like that. Go to the right. He looks almost like a criminal. Yeah, nah.
Looks like a criminal. Logic?
Logic? No, man. Put a unsigned white rapper because he's not signed to a major label. Yeah, I don't know who those dudes are. Whatever. It's not even worth it. You know, he's not that good. Why is your tongue blue? Oh, because I'm drinking a blue childish drink. That's why.
Is that a Gatorade?
It's a Gatorade. Yeah. I wasn't going to say it because, they don't pay us.
Oh.
But yes, it's a Gatorade. It's one of those thirst cool shits. It's making my tongue blue. I see a little blue even in my teeth.
Yeah, it's a hue, a bluish hue. Does it have a pinkish hue?
It's tasty. The other day, Mark was laughing at me because he found out I'm a dunker. I dunk my cookies.
What, in your milk?
In my
or
milk.
Coffee.
In my milk. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I always knew you're a dunker.
Yeah.
I've seen you dunk.
So I put the whole cookie in.
Yes.
To the finger. Bugged out because I go down to the knuckles.
What? Yeah.
To the top knuckle.
Which one? Which one? This one or this one?
Yeah. No,
the top one?
The very top, very first.
You get your finger, you get those fingernails in there?
Yeah. I get it in there, yo. I get the whole cookie in there.
Look,
every time I did it, he was like, I can't believe you're doing that.
Let me see that grip again. Hold that grip up to the camera. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
look at those claws, dude. Yeah, that's from getting that cookie around the the rim of the glass.
Yeah, you can't do that. You dunk your knuckles. I don't dunk my knuckles, man. I dunk the knuckle. All right, 2 knuckles. Yeah. Okay. So what? I don't
and
eat
the
my
thumb,
knuckles.
Yeah, your thumb's halfway in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you put the cookie in your mouth, how far? What goes
I
in your
usually
mouth?
eat it in two bites. I eat half of it and then I eat the other half.
Okay. How far are your fingers going into your mouth? Are you feeling your tonsils? Yes or no?
About that much.
Yeah.
About that much. I don't as much eat it as I do just shove it into my fucking pie hole.
Best cookies. Ooh.
Thank you, man. You know
what are the best cookies?
What are the best cookies? Now it's kind of hard, man.
I like Nutter Butters.
Nutter Butters are still banging. Because Oreos ain't the same, Chips Ahoy ain't the same no more. But Nutter Butters are still banging. Every now and then you'll find a good pack of some Chips Ahoy. That used to be my favorite.
Yeah.
Because I'm a chocolate chip dude.
Yeah, I mean, chocolate chip's the best, hands down, obviously. Yeah.
You know who makes a good chocolate chip cookie? I just found out the other day, man. Dunkin' Donuts. Not gonna lie, that was a good fucking. I didn't buy it because it has the big chips, and I was like, oh, it's got those big ass chips, but they got these fucking nuts in there that like they pop, man, and they're really good. I was like, yeah, this is a good cookie, but they want $4 for that bitch, man.
$4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a pack of Nutter Butters for 4 of them. It was $2.99 the other day. I was like,
yeah, $4 for a cookie. I mean, I tried it because it was free. It was a good cookie, though.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, it was a good cookie, man. I would suggest trying it at least once. Most overrated cookies, insomnia cookies. Them motherfuckers are
garbage.
Overrated.
I don't like those soft butter, like too much butter. I'm like, yo, this thing is not cooked. I want a cooked cookie. I like a crunchy cookie.
You like a crunchy
thin,
cookie?
Crispy, crunchy cookie. I do.
So what's the one in the green bag?
They have Tate's.
Tate's. I like
Tate's. Yeah, I think
with it.
I honestly think Tate's tastes the most like a homemade cookie out of all the ones that you can buy in a store. I think they taste most like a homemade. But I would like they're too thin. I want them thicker than that. But same level of crunch.
I like them. Nah, I don't want a thicker cookie with that crunch, man. You can knock out my feelings, man.
Nah, dude. You've had my wife's cookies, haven't you?
Yeah, but they're not like that. D-Mort says homemade, fellas. Fold some Smucker's fudge and caramel in the batter. Yo, I like you fisted the cup. I didn't fist the cup, dog. I didn't fist the cup. I fucking dunked my cookies like this. Just like that. Okay? And it probably went up to like a little bit past that first knuckle.
You fisted the
however
cup,
it took
then
the
you
cookie
fisted
to go
your
in.
mouth.
Oh, fuck you, man. It's very normal, man. I don't think there's anything weird about that at all.
No,
people who dunk cookies ain't afraid to get their fingers wet.
No, there's not that there's anything wrong with that. My father does that.
I like the spoon cookies the best. The ones you just scoop them out on the spoon. I used to do that every night after a show. I'd come home and I'd bake some cookies. But then
I remember that. Yeah, then
I kept falling asleep. and I almost burnt down my house a couple of times, so I had to stop.
Yeah.
So I stopped that, but I was
Yeah,
doing
there's a
that for a
couple
while.
bum tendencies going on today. We have fallen asleep on the train. We have
Throwing up in the back of the cab.
thrown up in your house. We have riding a bike drunk through Queens. We have falling asleep and leaving cigarettes lit in a children's bedroom in a crib. You dropped that cigarette butt in that crib when you were trying to put that baby to sleep.
I would leave my cigarette on the dent on the head.
Then there was that time you were driving that bus. I mean, I really wouldn't call it a bus. It was a short bus, right? And it was full of mentally handicapped children who were underprivileged and underserved, and let's be quite honest, underdeveloped. And you were taking them to school while you were under the influence. And I have to say, that's a massive misuse of power.
Well, you somehow managed to, because the whole time you were talking, I was just hearing, just digging, just listening to you dig yourself into a hole. I'm like, what is this blabbering fucking idiot gonna finish with? How is he gonna come through? And you came through in the end, I guess. In the end, I guess you wrapped it up okay. I'll give you a little bit of credit for that.
Yeah, it was like a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll just say 3, but whatever. I'll take video next time. Dude, it wasn't that bad. You're making a big deal out of it, man.
I bet we can make a lot of money on that.
On me dipping my cookies.
We should just get you a really, really good microphone, and we'll do that ASMR stuff, and it'll just be you dunking and eating, dunking and eating.
I could do that for a good 45 minutes. Just keep eating cookies. I could do that for a good 45 minutes. I don't get those videos. Those are the dumbest shits in the world. People sitting there scratching things or fucking
weird.
Some
right?
chick that sits there and she eats crawfish.
Mm-hmm.
A whole big bowl of crawfish. She just keeps sucking them out. Are you kidding me? Themore says, we were proud of you, G. Managed to not kill yourself or anyone else. Grew up to be a real role model. Thank you, Themore. I appreciate that. I could definitely tell you what not to do. You know what I'm saying? Do as I say, not as I do. I'm very much one of them dudes, yo.
What shirt you got on tonight?
Ow, your mother's twat.
Whoa. Yeah, what is that? What shirt? Is that a new shirt? I don't think I've seen that. What does it say?
I don't know what it says, man. Rock. What's it say, man? I don't know, man. Rock your walk.
Oh,
wedding cake. It's wedding cake.
Rock your walk. That new metal band out of Kyoto.
Yo, what's the difference between Asians? What's the difference between Asians and Spanish again?
I don't remember.
But yeah, that gets stayed on. That stays on.
If you dude. Yeah, and the the Chinese crackhead. He's always asking money for a crack walk.
You're a dick, yo. A crack walk. That is stupid. That is stupid as shit, yo. That is stupid as shit. I want to also give a Rated G shout out to Shamika, who came to the show the other day. Said she's a listener of the podcast. So big up to you, Shamika. Thanks for coming out, man. Yeah, the show last night was good.
This was last night? Shamika came?
I think I headlined. No, she came last week, but I just remember.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I just remembered it just now. And I remember the name. I think that's her name. I don't think I pulled that name out of my ass.
Well,
but I could have. I very well could have. I don't know. Yo, but you want to know what I was talking about on Conspiracy Corner?
I do.
What do you think?
Hold on. Look at this. Perfect timing.
Oh, King Handles, dope. King Handles, have you heard about the prophecy of the popes?
The prophecy of the popes. No, I have not.
All right. The prophecy of the popes is a book in the Vatican archives that predicted every pope from 1143 to present day Pope Francis. Right. And what makes it interesting is that inside the St. Paul's Basilica, that's what it's called.
St. Paul's. Yep.
Yeah, St. Paul. Oh, well, also it predicted every pope up to Francis, right? And then after Francis, it just says Judgment Day.
Oh.
Right. And then inside St. Paul's Basilica, there's a border that goes around in the Vatican. That there's a border that goes around.
A wall.
It's a wall.
Yeah, it's a wall.
And it has popes' pictures in there. Right. And they have a picture of every single pope, and there's one slot left after Francis. Okay. Now, supposedly, the time it took from the first pope that he wrote about, right, to halfway was 422 years, right?
Say that again. From the first pope to halfway. Okay.
Yeah, was 422 years that they predict popes, right? And then he says from the middle one to the end, which is the next pope would be the end, is 422 years, right? And he said, and the end will be the end of the world. So if you take 422 years and 422 years and you add that up as numerology once again, it's supposed to be 2027. 2027, right? That's what it adds up to, right? 422 from the middle to the Pope from 1585 is 2027, right? So 422 years is 2027. From 1585 to now is 2027. Happy Monday to you too, Cut. Good to see you, Cut of the Jib. Oh shit, Cut of the Jib. What up, baby? Open, you're a trendsetter. You know. Yeah, now here's something else interesting though. Pope John the 23rd said, you ready? That the end of the world would be 2,000 years plus Christ's life. So Christ lived to 2027. So apparently Judgment Day should be in 2027. Themor says they got Judgment Day portrayed in the auditorium, the Snake Hall. Look at that.
I'm trying to find stuff. They don't really like let you take videos and shit in there.
The Cut of the Jib says, I've heard people say this. However, we must remember Yeshua. Jesus said, no man knows the day nor the hour. No, I agree with you, but they could know the year.
Look at this shit, dude. Just look at this.
Yeah, that shit is crazy, man. That shit is crazy.
Dog, it's all a marble and like dog, the detail. You know, it's really funny, man. This is like, I talk about this flower all the time. Like, this is a flower that's all over the buildings in San Francisco. It's all over these brownstone buildings in New York. And it's like, it's significant, right? But like, you know, obviously it's on all this shit.
Look at that shit, man.
I mean, like, bro, you know, this is what makes me think that, you know, they're definitely pagans. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess those are the apostles, though, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I'll tell you this, man.
Bro, these statues too, son.
That's incredible. Very
that's a Greek statue, right?
Very creepy.
Doesn't this look Greek or Roman to you?
Yeah, very much so. You know.
Wow.
But
so
I will say this.
Prophecy?
It doesn't you know, going back to what Themor said, right? Themor said that about not knowing the day or time. You're right, but he does say, you know, to look for the signs. And the same way, you know, that, you know, when you see the leaves falling off the trees, that winter's coming, And when you start to see the flowers grow, you know that spring is coming, right? And we're supposed to look for those signs. And I'm not gonna lie, those signs are everywhere, yo. I just watched this thing the other day on taking a deep dive into
this is that snake eye thing you're talking about. The Vatican snake building.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I took a deep dive into Revelations. I've been looking at a bunch of
shit. I read it myself. I finished it.
Yo, I've been watching videos of like the breakdowns of it, and yeah, I honestly believe we're in our last days, man. Now, last days could be years. You know what I'm saying? It'd be years. I'll be dead before, it finishes. But we're definitely around for the beginning of it. The cut of the jib says the things I could tell you about the Catholic institution would spin your head around. I mean, listen, I think it would be very hard to surprise me. I think they're eating babies down there, man.
Yeah. Dude, look at this. This is from the Vatican's website. This is that building.
I think there's nothing but pure evil going on down there, man. Something about that, man. Brian, read the Cliff Note version.
What of that? Of the prophecy? Look at this creepy ass thing, dude.
Yeah, like, come on, man. That doesn't look holy at all, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like I never really understood, like, even like back where I went to church, it was like they had all these statues of these saints. They all looked horrifyingly creepy, man. They had one with a dude with a knife in his neck. It was crazy. The cut of the jib. I translated Revelation from the Aramaic codex known as the Crawford manuscript, and I can tell you there is a lot we are missing because many don't know the right
hermeneutic. I think I don't know what that means though. Cut of the jib. What is?
Well, no, I mean, in essence, a lot of people don't go back to the original. You always got to like kind of go back to the original, text and what it was originally written in, and then break down. What the actual meanings of those words were and stuff like that so that you can really figure out what it is.
Oh, so hermeneutics is the branch of knowledge that deals with interpretation, especially of the Bible or literary text.
Look at that. Learn something new. Hermeneutic. How do you pronounce that?
Yeah.
Hermeneutic.
Yeah. Here, let's see.
Hermeneutics.
Hermeneutics.
Yeah. See, I was right. Hermeneutics. I sounded it out.
Understanding the historical and cultural context, literary context, observations, drawing, application. Interesting.
Yeah, man.
But I was listening to that podcast with that guy Billy Crawford, and he has read like the Epic of Gilgamesh and these other Sumerian cuneiform tablets. And according to modern history, the Sumerian tablets are the oldest form of thing we have. And what they are is actually a piece of clay that they would take, someone called a stylist, and when the clay was soft, they drew the shit into it and then dried it out and it became a stone. So they wrote this shit in fucking stone. And when you read them, it's a lot of Old Testament stuff. Like same story. Which, I mean, I don't think throws anything off, I mean, they never say where the Old Testament comes from, like that, it was oral history that was eventually written down, right?
It was written by a bunch of different people. Yeah. I think Moses was the first to start writing stuff down, or Abraham might have been the first. I'm not sure. It might have been Abraham.
Yeah, Moses. Yeah, Moses traditionally thought to have written the first 5 books, including Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, around 1400 BC. He was divinely inspired, flood, Mount Sinai. Yeah, okay. I read all that stuff recently.
Yeah, so it was written by a bunch of people. Moses the first.
Solomon.
Yeah, Solomon wrote some shit. Kamala wrote the Old Testament. King Hannah said Kamala wrote the Old Testament. That's fucking great. Hey, man, I wouldn't be surprised if she tried to sell that shit off. I heard Biden freed the Jews. marched with them for 40 years in the desert. That's his first fucking move for equality.
Joseph Moses Biden.
But what do you think about that? You think the popes are onto something?
Well, yeah, actually, I wanted to go to the Wikipedia thing of this. 112 short cryptic phrases in Latin, along with a few anti-popes. It's a person who claims to be a bishop of Rome, but he's actually in opposition. Oh, shit.
Interesting.
Yeah, an Irish saint apparently was attributed to these things.
Saint Malachi?
Yeah, Saint Malachi, which is a kind of a... it's a little bit of a creepy name, man, you know?
It's not a name you hear a lot anymore, Malachi.
No.
I don't know why not. It's not a bad name.
Given the accurate description of popes up to around 1590 and lack of accuracy for the popes that follow... I mean, dude, they have great documentation who the popes were. Historians generally conclude that the alleged prophecy is pseudo-pigraphic fabrication written shortly before publication. Though Catholic Church has no official stance, some think it's a forgery, but whatever, you know. I don't believe that. Yeah. Of course they're going to say it's a forgery. But did you watch a video on this or what? What was
I saw a video on it on YouTube. You know me, I was looking for
so they just say it's basically they wrote number 1 from a castle of the Tiber, and it has everyone. Oh, interesting. It's just like a couple descriptions about the guy. Interesting. Holy shit, there's tons of them, bro. Let me scroll down the bottom of this.
Yeah, well, what does it say about the last 2 posts? Wasn't one of them a Nazi? I'm asking. I'm not saying. I'm asking. YouTube, I'm asking the question. I'm not saying that one of them was a Nazi. I'm just asking.
So it says, of the half moon for John Paul I, proponents of the prophecy have attempted to link the motto to John Paul I, referring to the light of the moon and interpreting his name as meaning from the white light, John Paul. From the labor of the sun, of the eclipse of the sun. I guess that's really the same shit. More forced connection to Copernicus. And then glory of the olive.
Benedict.
Yeah, the Olivetan order, formerly known as the Order of Our Lady of Mount. Yeah, Our Lady of Mount Olive, monastic order, and they're Benedictine, which is his name. In the final persecution of the Holy Roman Church, they will sit. Oh fuck, dog. That's the next one, huh? Oh, here we go. This is the last one. Peter the Roman, who will pasture his sheep in many tribulations. And when these things are finished, the city of 7 hills, Rome, will be destroyed, and the dreadful judge will judge his people. The end. Many analyses of this prophecy note that it is open to interpretation that additional popes would come between the glory of the olive and Peter the Roman. Popular speculation by proponents of the prophecy attached this to Benedict's successor. Since Francis' election as Pope, proponents, blah, blah, blah. St. Francis of Assisi.
Hey, whatever. Hey, Sean, what's going on, baby? How you feeling? Sean says, hey, fellas, I'm actually working in Margaritaville tonight, wasting away. Yeah, man. Wasting away. I'm going to miss you tonight, man. Good show last night. You were there last night, right, Sean? I think it was a good show. D. Moore says dealing with chronology of history clears a bunch of this stuff up.
Well, it depends on what chronology you're following.
I guess
that Russian guy who was like, yeah, basically the Vatican rewrote a bunch of shit after the Council of Trent in the Reformation. They changed the dates of everything.
Well, that's what I always say. History goes to the winner.
Yep.
They'll change whatever they want, and it's being proven now that they can change history. They say that whole thing.
They change the present and the future.
You remember the whole thing with the Mandela effect?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a scam. It was a psyop to see if they can get people to believe that they're wrong about how they remember things. Because you remember the Fruit of the Loom one, where they said there was that basket behind it. What do they call that?
Cornucopia.
And then all of them said that there was never a cornucopia. Yeah. And they all saying there was never one. And then they went out and they put out all their logos from like the beginning to now when there was no cornucopia. And then some chick was like, nah, I remember that shit. And she went into the attic, went into her old clothes and found one with a cornucopia. You know, so obviously debunked. You know what I'm saying? So why would they do that? Yeah, see, Timor knows what time it is. They did that to see if they could change history right while we're still here. You know, so believe when I say the way you remember it is the way it was.
Yeah, this is Timor says COINTELPRO topic. COINTELPRO derived from counterintelligence program, FBI.
An illegal projects conducted between 1950 and 71 by the United States FBI aimed at surveilling, infiltrating, discrediting, and disrupting American political organizations that the FBI perceived as subversive.
Feminist organizations, communist, anti-Vietnam, civil rights, Black Power, MLK, Nation of Islam, Malcolm X, obviously, Black Panther, environmentalist, animal rights, American Indian Movement, Chicano, Mexicans, Brown Berets, farm workers, Puerto Rican independence, Young Lords, Puerto Rican Socialist Party, Klan, New Left, National States Rights Party. Yeah.
MS-13.
Yep. Zaid Shakur. Ooh, beginning in 1969. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Black Panthers. That's right. She was involved in that.
Yeah, she was involved in that. And supposedly she was a PSYOP as well. All those motherfuckers, man. All those motherfuckers, man. Who do you trust? You can't trust a single solitary person, man. It's hard, man. You can't. Like, you can't trust anything you see on TV or read in the news or even on YouTube for that matter. You know, you don't know. You don't know who gets to who. You don't know what everybody's fucking cost is. You know, start off with good intentions. You know, actually, I can't be bought. I told you that already, man. That's why they'll get rid of me, yo. You know, that's why they'll get rid of me, because I don't have a price, because I'm too content. You know, that's the problem.
Timor said happy, or Cut of the Jib said happy Monday with this comment too. I just noticed that.
Yeah, happy Monday.
Thursday.
Oh, it's Thursday. I'm so glad you told me that, because I would have went on stage later and been like, yo, what up? It's Monday. It's fucking Thursday. Wow. Time flies, man.
I know, dude. We've been going for so long that we started on Monday with that comment, and now it's Thursday.
That's crazy how time just flies. And it's getting cold already. I don't know about you, but out here, man, it's starting to get a little nippy already, man.
Oh, and
winter is coming.
August 15th. That's not good, dude. It's supposed to be hot right now. It's supposed to be 100 degrees right now.
Well, I mean,
August. You don't want global warming, or you don't want global cooling. Global warming is fine. When it gets cold, that's the problem.
Yeah, I hate that fucking cold, man.
Yeah,
I hate the cold, man.
Cold.
I'm not big on cold at all. Sean was there last night. It was a good show, right? It was a fantastic show. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I have fun. You know, Timor says, trust G. He puts it all on the table. Thank you, Timor. I appreciate your comments, man. Although I don't know if I should be encouraged. Sean says, Brian, look at my text I sent you.
He says, this movie does exist. No one of those Mandela effects has been proven to be true. And then he sent me the Sinbad movie, Shazam.
Oh, yeah. I know it exists, man.
Yeah, I said I watched that shit.
I know that shit fucking exists.
It was Shaq and Kazam, right?
And Shaq was Kazam.
Yeah, let's do
Come on, man. It exists. I'm telling you, they fucking did that shit to try to just get us to not believe what. Same thing with you, dude. I figured it out the other day. The same thing with the weather. When they're like, it's, you know, and I know there's a whole bunch of things involved, like the wind and all this and that. But like, my attitude is, when a motherfucker asks the weather, tell me what it feels like. Don't sit there and tell me it's 65, but it feels like 22. Because then I'm thinking it's 20 fucking 2. You know what I'm saying? So like the other day, I'm sitting there and I'm melting. I'm melting on my fucking on my porch. Just sitting there. My cat's bugging out in the heat. And I'm like, what temperature is it? And it's gonna tell me 76. Come on, man. They just don't want us to be able to realize that the sun is a little bit hotter than it's ever been. They just don't want you to know that. They want to sit there and go, no, it's 75. It just feels like 102. The fuck out of here. King Handel says if you subtract some numbers from 8/15/2024, you'll end up with 666. I don't know what that means, but it sounds profound.
Fake.
And there's supposed to be something too, like if you Google 2024, the pictures it brings up, and then you Google 2025, and like all of it leads to like Armageddon, like the pictures they bring up and shit.
Look, dude. Hold on. Ready, let's go.
I think I started like 2025. Started 2025 because we're already in 2024.
Project 2025. What Trump means for you. Armageddon 2025. What is this, a movie?
Probably.
Was it 22? Oh, yeah, 2025 Armageddon. Welcome to the multiverse. Michael Sue.
Scroll down a little more. Let's see what else we got.
Okay.
Lockdown 2025.
Well, these are just movies.
No, they're all movies, but I'm just saying. Now do 2026. This is something I saw. I don't know if it really works. Let's see. And FIFA World Cup 2020. What the fuck was that? Come on, man. I got shit. I don't understand bugs. I do not understand bugs.
What part of them don't you understand? Wow, 2027.
2027 now.
Antichrist unmasked.
Circa 2027. It all looks very like world ending.
Yep. AI 2027. YouTube videos 2027.
Got some alien shit there. Let's see.
The Rapture.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. First thing that pops up. It says the end. And it shows God, fucking Jesus arm wrestling with the devil. Man, come on with this thing. I don't understand. Oh, and the meteor. Yeah. A meteor crashing into Earth. I don't know what that means, but it just gets worse and worse.
Well, it's what, I mean, people are making those videos and putting them on the internet or writing those articles, which it could be COINTEL. It could be, any of that.
It could be a lot of things, you know. But like I said, I'm just going by what I've read in Revelations, yo. A lot of shit is happening right now, which makes me question everything, you know. Even that shooting of Trump and all that shit, man. I don't know. I don't trust any of them motherfuckers. Why should we trust the government? You know,
we shouldn't.
Because one is blatantly coming out and being like, look how much we fuck you. That doesn't mean the other one ain't fucking us. The other one's just doing it. Like I said, a liar I could believe in. That's what we all really want in life. A liar you could believe in. You know? I mean, look at Obama. The reason why so many people liked him is just the way he sounded. He made everything sound like it's going to be all right.
Yeah, but those are the sheep. That's what the sheep want. They want a liar they can believe in.
Yes. Well, listen, I like to know. I don't, you know, I naturally just don't run with the sheep. But, you know,
how much power can you have without what can
I do? What can I do?
You could do a lot. But, you know, you don't want, you know, the smoke.
Nah, man. Duda Sali said I have burning hemorrhoids.
Gay!
Yo, listen. I do as well. Not hemorrhoids. One that I've given a name and it's been with me for years now, man. It just won't go away. So if you could find some way,
Mrs. Egg.
If you find something that works, you know, come back on and let us know. First time commenter?
I think so. Yeah, I had my first time hemorrhoid a few weeks ago. It was actually beginning. Yeah, actually maybe back in April.
My shit looked like a sad puppy, son.
Yeah,
just a sad puppy, man. And it's been with me for like I think since the ending of COVID, maybe the beginning of COVID.
Okay.
Maybe it's a COVID roid, and that's
Covaroid.
why it's a covaroid, and that's why it ain't going away. A
Maybe
covinoid.
that's why. Maybe you had a flare up last week, and that's why you were feeling ill. It was attacking your body from
It's
the
always
inside.
sad, man. It's always sad.
Mm.
You know. Nah, yo, dude, I'm dead up though. You find something that works. Yo, I was like George Costanza. I bought some shit from like China
Oh,
because
word.
I try to avoid the operation and shit. I bought some shit from China, and like for the first 3 days, that shit felt like it was doing something because it was burning the fuck out of my asshole. But then nothing.
It was
Then
just gas. It was gasoline on baby wipes.
now it was like a cream, like everything else, man. You know, and I only tried it because the picture that they showed, I was like, "That's mine. That's
Oh,
exactly
it looked the
what mine
same.
looks like." So I said, "Fuck
Yeah,
it, let
dude,
me go
and
for it. You
they
never know."
blow it up so you can see the texture, just like the cereal box.
Yeah. They have little mazes for your kid while he's waiting outside for you to get it cut off.
Oh, you gotta get a cut.
I got to get it lasered.
Nah, you don't have to though, right?
I think I want to, dude. It looks sad. It bothers me a lot. You know what I'm saying?
How often do you
Fucks up
get
all my
how often-
drawers. It fucks up all my drawers because it bleeds and shit.
Oh,
Yeah, it's no fun, man. It's not fun. It's no fun. It's no fun there.
you need to buy better toilet paper.
I use baby wipes too, and yes, better toilet paper would help. But I mean, it's not like I keep getting them. I only got one that just doesn't want to go away.
Hmm.
You know, he likes my ass. He said, "Fuck it, I'm."
I think it might be an idea for you to explore, some leafy greens in your diet.
You think that'll help?
I think it would help your digestive process.
I rub some lettuce on it, or
That
like some
would-
spinach. Rub some spinach on it.
Kale works the best. Mm-hmm.
I was thinking maybe.
Asparagus.
I was thinking apple
What about
cider vinegar.
Ooh,
I mean, that works on everything else.
I know, and a little cinnamon.
You know, Mark's like just wrap a rubber band around it.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Why don't you just get a butane torch and just heat it down until it pops?
See, man, it wasn't even bothering me till you guys started talking about it.
Yeah, we can get a couple pins. We'll heat the pins and then we'll poke the pins in it. Ooh, what color do you think the pus is that's going to come out of it?
What
It
pus?
needs to be like a gray, yellowish, like a pussy color. Oh, there's pus. Oh, there's pus.
Oh, gross, man. Dude, it says the diet does make a semi difference, but the best is to get surgery.
Well, the
I don't know. Dude, sounds like a doctor. I feel like he's just trying to get me to get into the fucking club. Just looking out for the doctors, trying to keep people, paid in the industry.
Yeah, the doctor's always trying to do that.
Dr. Duda. Yeah, man. They want to. I was gonna get it, but then they wanted me to get a test for COVID, and I'm like, how does that make any sense whatsoever? You're not even gonna be looking at my face.
They saw the hemorrhoid, so they know that it was around COVID.
Covinoid.
Yeah.
They know a covinoid when they see it. It was hysterical when I went to the doctors and I showed it to him too, because he was behind a big plexiglass. It was during COVID, so he's behind a big plexiglass. And then I said, "Nah, you got to come over here and take a look at this." And he came across, and I turned around and said, "I bet you wish you were behind that plexiglass now, huh? Don't get too close; it'll blow you a kiss."
Did they have like a U-shaped piece of plexiglass that he put over your back, and while you were exposed?
He actually just put it over my butt cheeks, and it hung on the hemorrhoid itself.
Ooh, how deep in is it? Did he have to spread and get in?
No, it comes out to you. It's got a life of its own, dude.
Ooh.
Like, remember, like in Family Guy? Remember in Family Guy, the little head that he had on his shoulder?
Yeah. Yep.
That's him. Or it could be like Lois's one that goes, "I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor, I'm a tumor." I don't know. It's no fun.
Well, dude, at
And
least
it's strange because every other part of me is sexy
else.
as fuck. Every other part of me is sexy as fuck. And then, I got a sad butthole. But that's cool, man. Keeps everything away from it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to go near the sad butthole.
No.
So that's good. I don't got to worry about people. You, on the other hand, coming from San Francisco, I'm sure you've had your. I'm sure. I feel like it's been grabbed. I feel like a couple of people in San Francisco gave you a good thumber.
It's been,
where you're like, whoa, what are you?
It's been washed, waxed, and sanded.
Oh, gross. Fucking gross.
Gay.
Yeah. Yeah, one day, dude, if you blow up, that's what I'm saying. See, right now it's all fun and games, but if you blow up, they're gonna go back and say, here are some clues of why we think Brian is gay. And then they'll show you saying all these things, like they do now with Eminem and all those. They're like, here he is. Obviously, he's gay because look, and he's like, I'm gay, and
I am gay.
Yeah, see, right now it's fun because you only got like a few hundred listeners. That's great, man. I love it like that, man. I love listening and seeing my people show up. But then once you get into the millions, then they start making videos of you, dog. And then they'll be showing you gestures. They'll be like, look at his hands. There'll be circles around your hands, and you'll be like, I don't want that because I'm an artist. Sometimes I catch myself doing flamboyant moves.
Okay, so what I want to point out is we've done 220 something episodes,
and every one of them is gayer than the next.
75, yeah, but 75% of them or more is you talking and me responding.
Is that what you think?
For sure.
I don't know, dude.
Lion's share, bro. Lion's share.
I say 60-40.
60-40 you?
Yeah.
70, I would say 70-30.
Nah.
Think about those rants.
Who do you think talks more?
Add those rants up. Add those rants up.
Look at all the episodes we did on Tartaria.
Okay.
What the fuck are you talking
there's a
about?
stretch. There was like a 30-40 episode stretch.
That hang out and listen. If anyone's still there, man, then let me know. Who do you think talks more? I would say 60-40. I talk more. But I think motherfucker act like he don't be babbling, man. I be sitting back just letting him go. Motherfucker,
no. I would never go on some rant. I would never, ever go on some rant just out of the blue and start talking for several minutes at a time about nothing, just blabbering, saying nonsense, just digging a deep hole. And when a kid in your neighborhood comes up and says, son, what are you digging to? I said, kid, if you keep digging, the further you get down, eventually you'll hit China. Back in my day, that was the Orient, and we never went there.
Back in my day, the drug of choice was horse semen. You used to snip it in the bag. Was the bump stuff actually good, or was it all for the sponsor? We're not sponsored by them.
They didn't give us a fucking dime.
First time comment. We didn't get a dime from that. And what happened was
actually ghosted us on any of the comments or anything or everything, any DM.
But actually, what happened was we saw that shit and we decided to try it on one of the episodes, and that's all it was. And then we made a clip of us trying it. They saw it and they asked us if we minded if they used it, which. In the long run, hey, it brought you over here. So, no, I don't mind that they used it.
Yeah.
And a couple of people came to the show the other night, man. They just posted you guys on Instagram. Oh, shit. All that shit was like, it was edited. But if you watch the full version, man, it's all sincere. It's like, I'm not going to make you go and watch it. I'll give you the rundown. It's basically, it's like the up of cocaine, but none of the euphoria. There's no euphoria. You're just kind of up, was it fine? Like I said, it gave me sweats. It does have a very big placebo effect. It burns a little up here in the top.
I would say you're definitely alert though. It's like you just had 4 cups of espresso through your nose.
I finally did the rest of it. Nah, it's not really it's not talkative like the way cocaine is, but I mean it does get you up and alert. So if you're hanging with someone that's going back and forth with you, you'll get into the conversation.
There was a drip.
There was a drip. There is a drip,
but no flavor, no taste, no gasoline taste. There wasn't that.
No, it had none of the euphoria. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't have that thing of like feeling like you just hit the jackpot or anything like that. But I just recently, I'd say last month, the ending of last month, that's how long I had it. So it's not addictive. You know what I'm saying? I had it for that long and I never did it again. And then just like last month, I started banging them because, you know, I was just fucking dead on my feet. I had a show to do. So I'd bang one real quick, you know, and I go up there and do the show. So it did its job, you know, and now it's gone and I haven't ordered it again. So for whatever that's worth, you know, that's what it is. You know, it definitely was, you know, if you like the whole sensation of going through the motions, you know, then it's cool. I think it would make a good cut. Don't know what side of the law you're on. But yeah, man, it's legal. Why? I don't know. But it's legal. You know, it's legal, man. And I would say it's not addictive. Unless you have an addictive personality.
It's not addictive, dude. You're not just gonna.
Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't suggest you do it if you struggle with cocaine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I'm saying I wouldn't like, you know, to cut my brick up and sell G's at bars. Oh yeah, no doubt. That shit would definitely be better than anything else that it's been cut with, I would think, because it's safe. You know, it's nothing more than caffeine.
Yep.
It goes quick. So it'll have them hungering for that next, you know, that next blast of it, you know.
But yeah, I mean, man. You need
not that I condone this in any way, man.
It wouldn't pass.
I don't condone this in any way.
It would not pass, but it would be a good cut. I think that's why they made it. It has to be made as a cut, right?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you, man, because all we did was try it. And like I said, I never went and got another one, so I know it's not addictive, you know. But if you struggle with cocaine and you're in rehab, then I would definitely suggest you don't, because that could kick you off. Because you'll get the up from it and you'll start to crave the euphoria, you know. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. Not that I condone that.
Yeah.
you can inbox us where you rest at.
At Brian the Video Guy, at Gary G. Garcia.
Yeah, man. But that's crazy because I had a couple of people come to the show and they came because they saw the video. So did they give us any money? No, but has it paid off? I would say in some certain ways. Man, I'm glad you showed up. You know?
Dude, I think we've probably had several regulars come back from the show.
Yeah, and I've had a couple of people that come to the show because they see the video and they're like, yo, that made us come and check you out. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, they usually look like they're going through a lot.
Well,
you know, or like they've been through a lot. You know, they're like, yo, we saw that and, you know, we had to come see you, man. Yeah. But nah, I didn't even pump it up, dude. Anyone who knows me is like, when that shit hits right here, man, that shit, that makes me fucking geek, you know. Well, usually flipping bars into my homies, and yeah, y'all see chill. You don't have to show all those comments, Brian. Brian, man, don't be a rat. Ratanas, man.
Hey,
fucking
man,
Ratatouille over here. It's the
He's
Italian.
putting them up, dude. You know. Yeah.
Listen, man. And on that note, man, it's great to have more friends, man. Hope we see you again, dog. I got to break out because I got to get ready to do that show tonight, man. Anybody wanted to check me out, man, go to acjokes.com. I'm in Atlantic City all the time. If you come down to visit, make sure you stop by and visit me, man. Come over to the show. We'll hang out afterwards, say what's up, you know. And if you tell me you listen to the podcast, I'll give you a shirt, dog. If I have shirts, man, I'll give you a shirt. Tonight I'm with Greg Giraldo Jr., Buddha, and Ray. It's going to be a dope show, you know. Rated #1 on fucking whatever the fuck, you know. Fuck it, we ball, man. No doubt, baby. Big up to you, Dream. Welcome, man. Hope we see y'all again, man. Yeah, follow Brian at Brian the Video Guy. Follow me at Gary G. Garcia. And if you're in New York City on a late night on Mondays, I do the Not Quite Tuesday Monday midnight show with my man Adam Gable. We're also gonna have Adam Gable out here in Atlantic City this weekend, along with Terry McNeely, man. So it's popping off this weekend out here.
Angry Terry.
Angry Terry. Yeah, it makes me look happy. I love it when he comes around, man. Other than that, man, stay safe for the weekend, man. Peace.
Peace.
Gay.